Alright guys, I'm going to walk you over to my pool here, and like I said, my daughter's golden doodle loves to swim, but we were thinking we were going to have a hard time getting him in and out of the pool this year because he is about 35 to almost 40 pounds, so I decided to build a little ramp first, or a ramp, and then a little deck up on top that he can get into the pool. So I built this here, really sturdy. I mean, my grandkids, they're all in their teens, have been jumping off of it. It does not move. It is good and sturdy. I'll just kind of show you the underside, what we got going on here. It is, I believe, 4x5 maybe, something like that. I built this slat in here so then I can put the ramp slided in and out so I can take it off when I don't want the dog going in the pool. It's also really nice for storing the covers and stuff. When I take them off, I put them under there. When the covers are on the pool, then we put a lot of the pool floaty devices under here, and they stay put, or we tie them to the posts here. So working out really well. I also love it that I have my net handy. I can always grab it when I'm in the pool to clean any debris out of there. But let's take a peek at what we got going on down here. So this is the ramp for the dog to get up to the platform. So I'll kind of show you here. It is plywood, I believe it is. I'm not great on my wood, but very heavy. Grandkids and myself have been running up and down it, and it has some give to it, but very sturdy. And then I covered it with indoor-outdoor carpet, and then I put these slats on here and had some of this laying around, that grippy stuff that just adheres with sticky, that has a sticky side. So I put that on there just for extra traction for the dog and the kids. I'm going up and down so they don't slip and get hurt. So that is the ramp, and like I said, it just slides in right here. I don't think I can pull it apart too good. Here we go. And so very sturdy because there's quite a bit that hangs in there, and it's just locked right into there, so I can slide it in and out when I don't want the dog going on it. So let's take a walk up the ramp, and I'll show you what we got going on up on top here. So on top, this is the platform. Again, I have it covered in indoor-outdoor carpet. I stapled it down so it's not moving. And then we needed to get something that the dog could get into the pool and out of the pool easily. So I was watching some YouTube videos and kind of seeing people were doing something like this with the rubber mat. So I attached a rubber mat. And we got like a PVC pipe right here. Don't even remember how wide that is. I don't know, maybe an inch? I don't know. And then I ran this nylon rope through it and tied it to each side of the legs so then that doesn't move. And then I put a pool noodle over the top of that and then secured that with zip ties onto the pool frame. And I might end up doing like nylon strapping or something so then it can be removed if we wanted to remove it. But it really doesn't get in the way too much. The kids kind of just jump right over it when they're jumping in the pool. So, but it might be nice just to have it kind of removable, and maybe the straps might hold a little bit better. Zip ties, I did have break on one piece of this. I'll show you later and kind of what I ended up doing to try to fix that. But got a float, life-saving float preserver from Menards, and zip tied that to the bottom side of the mat. And then I put pool noodles all the way around it. I started with smaller pool noodles at first, but it was kind of sinking down and he was climbing on it. So then I got a little bit bigger ones and just cut slits into it and then zip tied that right to this mat. And so then we flip that over like so, and tried that just like that at first. it might have just been that he was, first learning it, but he was having a little bit of a struggle trying to get onto it. Plus, at that time, I had smaller pool noodles. And so we had this thing laying around. It didn't blow up anymore. So then I ran pool noodles, smaller ones, all the way around into this. And then attached that to the mat. And then we flip that over like that. And then he can easily climb onto it there, and then he gets up onto here and then up onto the deck. At first there's some wires, something in here, so it's pretty sturdy. But these zip ties I had strapped up here at first, and that is what broke at first. So then I attached it down lower onto this mat. And it seems to be working better. So I realize he's probably, with his nails, are going to eventually kind of put holes in here. But for now, it's working. We'll figure out what we want to do later. Maybe I'll end up sewing something on the inside of it for a little extra protection. We'll see. But it definitely helps so his claws didn't, because the first round, I had the smaller noodles, and his claws just totally dug into and wrecked the first pool noodle. So by putting this on here, it is really helping to protect those pool noodles as well. So he climbs on here. I had one little tiny strip of indoor outdoor carpet left, so I stapled that down at the top here, and then it's just folded over onto here, and it just kind of helped him get a little bit more grip so he's not digging in again to this pool noodle. And so he climbs in and out really easy. I will show you a video next of how he does getting in and out of the pool. Turned out pretty dang slick. And then he can just run down the ramp himself and come up on the ramp. So pretty slick. Grandkids love it. We have teens, so I don't have to worry about them too much, but if we ever have any little grandchildren, I might end up putting some railing up on each side for a little extra protection, and maybe eventually do some real steps or something. But for now, it works really good. We always put the ladder right next to it so the kids can climb in and out with the ladder, or they can climb up the ladder and then get onto the deck and do their jumps into the pool from there. So having lots of fun. So I wanted to make sure I kind of shared that and how well it works. And stay tuned for the next video with the dog.